you take that God thing too serious. No, you don't take God serious enough. Is this space gonna draw me closer to God, or is it gonna draw me back down to my old life? What's up, y'all? I'm Sean Nicole, and I make faith-based productivity and encouragement content. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe because you will not want to leave this side. And if you are returning, hey girl, hey, what is up? How y'all been? I feel like I've been MIA. Like, I know y'all been seeing me on Monday, but y'all stopped seeing me on Thursday. I know. I don't know. I don't really have an explanation. I just was becoming overwhelmed about the type of content that I wanted to put out, and yeah, I guess that's really it. So right now I'm only here for Mondays, and I'm still working on how that still looks like, if this is the space that I should be showing up in. And I know y'all are loving the Faithful Fuel series, the topics and stuff like that, but I think I'm just getting I don't know. I think the devil is just like trying to, like, he's been whispering in my ear, like trying to tell me I don't need to do, you know, just trying to get all up in my ear and stuff. So I don't have a topic for today. As y'all can see, I'm in a different, I'm not in my apartment. I'm not in my room. I'm actually in the car because I had an appointment. I'm going to turn on the air and hope that y'all can't hear it. Y'all should be able to just hear me from the microphone. But I had an appointment this morning, and then I have another one at 11:45, and I was like, you know what? I packed my stuff to begin with because I didn't know my first appointment was going to go as fast. So I was like, we just going to hit the car with it. We're just going to do the message from the car. And I don't have a topic. I don't know if I said that already, but I don't have a topic, y'all. I'm just out here winging it. I kind of just wanted to give you encouragement because I know we're all going through different things. We're all in different seasons of our lives, and we could get so caught up in the world and so caught up in society and so caught up in things around us that we may lose sight of what we're supposed to be doing. And since I've been off of social media, don't get me wrong, I miss it, but it has been like renewing for me. And I'm sorry if I keep looking off. It's like cars going by, but I'm gonna try to focus. But being off of social media has been like renewing for me, just peace. And I say that coming from, because y'all know we unconsciously may compare ourselves to others. We unconsciously, like, do all these things in the social media space that we don't even realize we're doing. Like, we're easily influenced by things that we would not be influenced by if we weren't on social media as much. And so again, I found myself buying stuff that I liked because you influenced me to like it. So I bought it. I thought I needed it. Come to find out, I'm not even touching it. So did I need it? No. I was just easily influenced. And that's really what the world is nowadays. Like, all these influencers influencing us to do X, Y, Z. And if we are easily, what's the word I'm looking for? If we're easily pulled, easily influenced, then we're going to fall into the trap. But I said all that to say that just be careful on social media. Be careful about, or be mindful about who you're following. And it's okay to unfollow people. Like, I'm probably about to delete my whole Instagram page and make a new one, because the people I was following, even if it's people I went to high school with, or people who if we're not really we don't really talk, why are we even following each other for? I don't care to get on here and see your drama. Like, I've been trying to remove myself from, I don't want to hear about nobody's drama. I don't want to see about nobody's drama. I don't want it. Like, I just want to be in a clear head space, like a clear mind, focusing on what the Lord wants me to focus on, focusing on serving his people, focusing on just doing what's best for my life and not being easily swayed by distractions. So I do think that's very important. Another thing that I wanted to talk to y'all about is fear. That has been like a topic of I would say a topic of the last 2 weeks for me. Fear is here, and it's real, and it shows up in all of us, maybe in different ways. In me, I know y'all probably heard me mention before that I am shy. Y'all probably like, girl, you get on this camera and you don't show shy. And it's like, I know, because y'all not watching me while I'm recording this. Like, so, but yeah, fear can show up in different ways in each of us. Like, you may not have a shy personality. You may not be shy. So that, that may not be a fearful thing for you. Maybe you're fearful of failure. So maybe your fear is failure. Like you're scared to do something because you're afraid that you're going to fail. And we got to get out of that mindset of not even giving it a shot, not even risking it all, not even risking anything because we're afraid that the outcome is going to be bad from the jump. You can't do that. You're blocking yourself for what could potentially be so many blessings from being fearful. I have a verse to share with y'all real quick. It's 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. And y'all, this has been like my favorite verse thus far. Like, I repeat this verse to myself so many times. And it says, "For God did not give us a spirit of fear, but a spirit of power, love, and self-control." And I, again, just repeat that to myself so many times throughout the day because I'm like, God, you did not give me the spirit of fear. God, you did not give me the spirit of fear. Like, you gave me a spirit of power, boldness, love, loving you, loving others as if they were myself, which that's a topic right there too. And that is hard, to love someone as you love yourself. And I know I'm kind of just scrambling around everywhere, but loving someone like you love yourself, loving your neighbor like you love yourself. One of the most challengingest things ever, I feel like, because I'm supposed to love you like I love myself. And it's easy to love people we like. It's easy to love people we love. It's not easy to love people that we may not like that, who we don't have a good relationship with, who we really don't want nothing to do with. But guess what? Those are the people who we need to love the most. Those are the people who we should love as ourselves the most. Those are really the people. It's easy to love somebody who love you. It's easy to love somebody who you want to love, and vice versa. It's not easy to love that person who y'all relationship may be fighting for itself. It's not easy, but you need to talk to God about it, and ask him to move on you, move on your heart. What I realized is our heart posture. Sorry, y'all, my phone ringing, but I'm gonna call her back. Our heart posture determines how we move a lot. Like, the way we think, it determines everything. And it's another verse. I was supposed to bring my Bible, but I did not. So the verse is Proverbs 4:23, and it says, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." Your heart is just going to be negative about certain situations. If you think negative things about a person, you're going to start to move in negative ways towards that person. You're going to start to, like I said, move in negative ways towards that person. You're going to start to not want to even say anything nice about the person because you're thinking bad. Your heart is now bad, poisoned. And I wish I would have brought my Bible because it had something in there that would have been perfect for me to read, but I don't have it. So back to me talking about this verse. Like I said, God did not give us a spirit of fear, but power, love, and self-control. He gave us power, love, self-control, which can, different versions may say sound mind, sound judgment, self-discipline. He gave us the spirit of great things that we have to to rise up in us. And if these things, you feel like power, if you feel like power not really in you, you feel like love not really in you, or you don't really have self-control, you don't have a sound mind, ask God. Say that verse to God. God, you did not give me a spirit of fear. God, you did not give me a spirit of fear, but you gave me a spirit of power, Lord. Power. Give me boldness. Power. Love. Self-control. That verse has just been so powerful to me. And I'll repeat it to myself so many times out the day because, like I said, I'm shy. And I'm tired of using that excuse. Like, I'm tired of that being the excuse. I'm shy. Okay. I know it's like it's starting to move to, I have a shy personality. I'm an introvert. And I'm not asking, like, this is the way God made me. I'm okay with that. I am soft spoken. And that's just the way it is. You may be outgoing. You might have an outgoing personality. But I don't have one of them. And I don't think it was meant for me to have an outgoing personality. Like, God made me the way I was supposed to be made. And again, I'm not going to sit here and claim like, oh, I'm shy, so I can't do this or I can't do that. Like, no. The excuses, all of that is gone. And that's jumping me back to my other thing, what I was saying about fear of failure. We could miss out on so many opportunities because of fear of failure, or just fear in general. We allow it to creep up in our mind and just keep creeping and keep going. But fear is from the devil. Like, when you allow fear in, you're allowing the devil to have access to your life. When you allow faith in, you're allowing God to have access to your life. So we got to get rid of this. We got to stop letting fear hold us back. It's okay to be afraid, or it's okay to be a little fearful. It's okay to not really want to do the thing because you're fearful, or whatever the case may be. But we have to rise up and do that thing afraid, and ask God. Pray to God. Ask him to guide us, to make the spirit of power bigger than that spirit of fear, because fear won't ever really leave us. We could minimize it. We could try to minimize it as much as we need to, but it won't ever really fully leave. And that's just because that is a natural, when we see a spider, we may be fearful, or we might be scared of the spider. It brings up the fight or flight type of thing. Or we see somebody, with a weapon, or, so we have that natural instinct in us. But it can come up and try to be fearful in wrong situations. Like, I should not be fearful to tell somebody how I really feel. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's certain things we should not be, we shouldn't be fearful about speaking the word of God to those who may not know, or fearful to spreading the word of God, or in the gospel, the good news. We shouldn't be afraid of those type of things. We shouldn't be fearful of what somebody's going to say about us because we Christians, or, and I've been seeing so much things on the internet, like people telling people they take that God thing too serious. And I'm just like, that is insane. For somebody to tell you take that God thing too serious. No, you don't take God serious enough. Okay, I take that God thing too serious. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But when I saw that somebody or when I heard that somebody had said that to somebody, I was like, that's insane. That's insane. And another thing I heard was somebody called being a Christian extra, and they called that being a real Christian extra. So the person who is doing all the things and talking about God and living righteous and doing everything that God called him or her to do, walking that walk with God. Just living a godly life for real. They called that extra. Like, you being extra. Oh, I'm being extra because I don't want to go with you And I'm going down so many holes right now. I don't even care. I don't even care because again, the Lord is He wants me to say all of this. When I mean over the past few months, I have completely like changed. One, I never really had that many friends to begin with because I'm kind of to myself, but I do, I do have friends that I may hang out with and do stuff with. But I'm gonna just say this, y'all. Over the last few months, I have completely changed. If somebody called me and was like, "Hey, let's go to the club. Let's go to the hookah lounge," I'm probably not going. I don't want to go. What's there for me? What's there for me? And I think as a Christian that they say is extra, people feel like, oh well, they feel like the only way to have fun is to sin, and that's not true, baby. That's not true. You have to, when you start learning yourself, like learning who you really are, because first and foremost, the world told us who we really were or are or who we were. The world told us who we were before we really knew who we were and before we knew who we were in Christ. We allowed the world to do that because that's what we knew first, really. We allowed the world, society, to tell us all these things that we should be doing and tell us where we should be going and how we should be living our life and what we need to do by the age of 30 and what we should have and what age we should retire at it. We let the world tell us all that stuff. It's not a one shoe or one size fit all type of thing. That's not what life is. Lord, I'm saying so much that I'm forgetting what I'm saying. But about how I don't want to be in certain spaces anymore. Like I don't want to go to certain places no more because that's just not for me. Like what can I learn from this space? Is this space gonna draw me closer to God, or is it gonna draw me back down to my old life? Hello? It's gonna draw me back down to my old life. Like, yes, I could have that. Yes, if you are strong enough to have that in you, and strong enough to be around certain things that you used to do and they won't tempt you, go ahead, be in whatever room you wanna be in. But I know that I don't want to be in certain rooms no more. I don't want to converse with certain people no more. I don't want to. And I know that sounds so bad, but I'm doing a 180 in front of my own eyes. Every day I wake up, I'm literally a different person. And I'm just like, God, you are so good because woo! I did think of another thing that I wanted to say, and I think I mentioned it in another video about seeking God for his face and not his hand, not what he can do for us. God is going to do what he said he's going to do in his promises, in his word. He's going to do all of that. And I think sometimes we can get wrapped up in things that we want him to do for us when we want him to do it, that we miss the fact that even if God don't come through or don't open the door for you that you are so badly wanting him to open, even if he don't open that door, God is still a good God. Like, that's that. God is still faithful. God can see what you can't even see. So he's blocking you from something that you don't even know. But you a little mad. Your heart a little hardened because you wanted it so bad. You became fixated on that thing and you wanted it so bad that when God didn't give it to you, now you somewhat got a problem with him. Now you somewhat upset with him because he didn't give you what you wanted. And that's like our parent. That's like us begging our parent for a motorcycle, and we 5 years old, and the parent like, no, you can't get no motorcycle. Like, no. As a kid, you don't understand. You like, why I can't get that? Like, I want that. You ask me what I want for my birthday. I want a motorcycle. Why can't I get it? What the kid don't know is you can't have no motorcycle at your age. You gonna hurt yourself. Like, that's not even made for you. And I said that to say God can see what we can't. We don't know what potentially could harm us down the line from something that we want so bad, something that he's trying to get us to skip out on. So when we're asking God for something and he don't give it to us, and then we go and do that thing anyways, and something bad happens, and now we like running back to God, but God didn't give you that thing because for that very reason. But we don't, in that moment, we don't grasp that. In that moment, we want what we want when we want it. We don't understand that God is trying to save us from something. God is trying to allow us to not even go down that road. But we don't see that. And that's where the walk by faith and not by sight comes in. We need to have faith in God. We're not always going to see the next door that's gonna open, that God's gonna open. We're not always gonna see what he has for us. We're not always going to see that. We have to have faith that he is going to draw us into the right things, draw us to wherever we need to be for real, and not like, we gotta have faith and stop getting ourselves in some of these situations that don't even, we could have avoided. We could have avoided if we just would have had faith in God, but he didn't give us what we wanted. And like I said, our heart kind of got hard towards him. And I had to learn this too, because again, we basically begging God for something. That door didn't open. We trying to figure out why, what we could have did different. We didn't pray. Did we not pray enough? Did we not do this enough? Did we not do that enough? Like, we're thinking of all of these things, but why not think of the simple fact that God just said no? He just said, no, that's not for you. Or no, not right now, baby. Not right now. Not right now. Let's go down the road. Let's go down the road and learn a few more things. Let's go down the road and pick up some more tools. So when I circle you back around, then you can get that thing. When I take you up and down this road real quick, then you could get that thing. When you learn what you need to learn, then you could get that thing. You're not ready for that thing right now, and you don't even see that. So for the second time, my camera has run out of space, which has told me that I've probably been talking way too long, and I don't want to make this video so long. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe. Tell me how y'all like this no topic video, because I was literally just going off of whatever God gave me to say. I pray that I said something, will God use me to say something to bless you, and that you have a wonderful week, an amazing week, and that you just seek God and keep him first in whatever you do. Just go to him first. Just something going on, have a little chat with God before you make a decision on anything. All right, y'all. See y'all later.